If you've been watching my channel for any length of time, you know that there's nothing I love more than to take some people call them barn finds, driveway finds, or whatever, an old piece of junk that's been sitting for a long time and is covered in all sorts of nasty crap, and cleaning it up and making it look like something again. So if you're into that like I am, then I got a treat for you this week. Feast your eyes on this bad boy. That's right, this is a 66 Chevrolet pickup truck. It has clearly been sitting for some time. Now this will also surprise a lot of you. I don't own this truck. Yes, it's here at my shop, and that's because a couple of friends I know, they are really into old trucks. They buy old trucks all the time. In fact, that's how I met them. They bought an old truck for me. They bought this thing, sent me photos of it, and I said, please, 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 drop it off at my house so I can make this video. Now, hopefully the snake that was living in the glove compartment is long gone, but we will find out when we get to cleaning. You know, they might have tried putting some air in the, oh no, no air is going to help those tires. Yeah, those are pretty bad. Yeah, we got some wagon wheels in the back. The bed is mostly gone. All right. Oh, we've got a healthy dose of lichen growing on here. Yeah, all the way down the side. A bit of moss. We got the snail trails going through the lichen. Actually, those are probably slug lines. Oh, we got us a sunroof. Interesting seat we've got in here. That's a maybe a bench bucket seat out of a 80s van, maybe. Not seeing daylight through the rocker, so that's a good sign for this old girl. Let's see what we got under the hood of this bad boy. This is Vino's 66. Looks like it's been a couple different colors. We got some blue in there. We got white, black. Yeah. And whatever color this is. So I don't know what color that is. Is that red? Purple? Yeah, we'll find out when we hit it with the buffing wheel. Gonna have to put the camera down for a second. Let's see if we can get this hood open. There we go. What we've got here is a small block Chevy that appears to have been inhabited by a squirrel at one point, maybe some chipmunks. Looks like we got a couple upgrades on here. Aluminum intake. We got HEI distributor. I'm assuming it's been rebuilt at some point, or at least taken apart, put back together. Black heads on top of an orange block. I'm sure that's not the way it was originally put together, but that's the way it is now. Probably should have upgraded those brakes. Yeah, I got us a couple tools. Let's see. That's a nice Craftsman. A little rust. Got us a nice 80s equalizer. What do you guys want to bet? Motley Crue? Metallica? What do you think? And Nasby. Put it on paper. Tonight's the night. Lovin' is really my game. I can't get over you. You can get right back in there. Now the snake was apparently in the glove compartment. Well, there isn't one in there now. At least doesn't look like it. Alright. Oh, we got some more tapes. Oh, it's full. Now, maybe this is where we'll find the Motley Crue. And some Bon Jovi. Boy, howdy. Does not look like Bon Jovi. Some more Boy Howdy. George Jones. Yeah, I'm really trying to hide my disappointment in the previous owner's music selection. What else we got in here? More tapes. I don't think I'm going to find any Bon Jovi anywhere in this truck. Yeah, rockers over here decent too. So hopefully maybe by the end of the week we'll have this thing running and looking like something that wasn't abandoned 20 years ago. I recently picked up a Comet 1700 wall-mounted pressure washer. I gotta tell you, I'm really impressed with how well it works. I did spray some general purpose cleaner on it before hitting it with the pressure washer. Honestly, I find washing off years of dirt, lichen, and moss to be very therapeutic, and I highly recommend it. The new pressure washer is doing such a great job that I switched from full strength cleaner to about quarter strength. If you like the Project Car t-shirt I'm wearing in this clip, you can get your own from a link in the description.
Well, that's better than it was before. You know, there's a lot of new parts on this truck. And by new, I mean they were probably put on 2005-ish and then never used. So, that kind of new. Oh, make sure I get the black one. Yeah, there it is. There it is over there. These two own this red 66. Here's the story on it. Let me just, I know they don't want to be on camera, but here's the story on this thing. Apparently, the last person that worked on it.
Can you edit that stuff too?
I could edit it, but I'm not gonna. So the last person that worked on this thing apparently dropped a screw down the carburetor, supposedly. So we got the we just took the carburetor off, and I'm gonna get out a bore scope and we're gonna look down in there and see if we can actually find a screw or a bolt. Oh yeah, it's stuck to the damn aluminum. Yeah, that sucks. Well, believe it or not, this is what's left of the distributor.
ATI.
Yeah, here's I think it's probably a Chinesium distributor. Now, if you take a look, go ahead and flip that upside down. This is smashed here. It broke here. All we were trying to do was take it out, but it was completely stuck. And in the end, we ended up using the engine hoist and a couple pairs of vice grips to pull this out, because this collar down here was completely varnished to the block and wouldn't come out. You can see the just kind of the rust sitting in there. I don't think this thing ever ran. They did a bunch of work to it and then nothing happened and it just sat. So again, we're still looking for that screw, but haven't found it yet. It was not in the intake, not in any of the heads. So we're gonna pull the plugs now and see if it's in there. Quite frankly, we would have had to have done all this crap anyways, because that distributor was completely corroded, stuck to the intake.
So there's no way we could have timed this motor because there's no way we could have moved the distributor. It needed to be fixed anyways. It was either now or later, and well, now's always better than later. Well, crap. The weather kind of took a turn for the worse. My first full day off to actually get some work done on that 66, and it's gone from, 70s and beautiful weather to 50s and raining. Not sure what I'm going to get done on that today. Believe it or not, it's already past noon, and I've got nothing done. Well, I was editing some video on the 3 Porsche 944s out there. You can watch that video. You've probably already seen that video. If you haven't, go back and watch it. It's on the channel. So I kind of put everything else on hold to do that truck, and it's now going to go into overtime thanks to that distributor mess. Yeah. Well, I'm waiting for the truck to dry. The rain's finally stopped. I thought I'd take a look at this interior a little bit, and everything needs to be cleaned up here. Oh, it reeks in here too. I mean, it smells like, well, probably mouse piss is what it smells like, really. Radio Shack speakers there. Realistic. Got a Sharp speaker over here hanging in the corner. I'm pretty sure these are not meant for cars. These are meant for your home entertainment system. All of the parts off the engine. Look at the rust on the inside of the valve cover. That's just from sitting forever and condensation on the inside of the valve cover. So that's what happens when they sit for a long time. We do have a nice Sun Pro Super Tech 2. That's very nostalgic right there. We got our Sun Pro gauges. The oil pressure one actually works. Used an oil pump primer yesterday just to make sure we had some oil pressure, and we do. I think that little tree air freshener gave up the ghost many years ago. Right, let me get some of this crap out of here. Not perfect, but damn close. I think we can agree to disagree on that.
I used a shop vac with the largest diameter hose I could find. I then used the crevice attachment to increase the velocity, but since it's also oversized, it has no issues picking up larger bits of trash like acorn without clogging the vac. It's got this really cool folding armrest. Look at that color. This is as good as this interior is gonna get. This seat's gotta go. I think I'll see if I can find a more proper bench seat. Maybe something out of a Chevy instead of a van seat out of a Ford. There is one last thing I need to do in this interior. Little tree's gotta go. I don't even know what smell this was supposed to be. Huh, wild cherry. I think we're gonna go with that new car smell. Yeah, that'll do it.
Oh, no.
Oh, they're out here in the cold working on your damn truck.
Right?
Alright, you ready?
Yes, sir. 150.
Wow, getting better.
They're gonna say you got the wrong hat on. Supposed to be wearing a Chevy hat, not a Ford when you're working on a Chevy.
I could say that, but you just said that for me.
There you go, all this gunshots.
I usually edit the gunshots out.
Oh, okay.
I don't want people to know what it's like around here every Saturday. Well, fortunately, we actually have some compression, so now we can change the oil and put this mess back together. And there was no screw.
And hope it runs.
Oh, it's gonna run. It's a small block Chevy. How can it not run? We got the motor back together, and it's well, a little bit of starter fluid down there. Hit the pedal one time, and yeah, it's a little bit of a tap there. And check out what came flying out of the tailpipe. Seems we
had a mouse living in there at some point. But more importantly,
We got a little knock in that engine, which is probably not that good.
so, oh, this side at least didn't have any mice living in it.
But that engine might need to come out. Maybe another one goes in, or maybe that one gets tore down, gets some bearings.
Hey, here's a quick look at the polishing process on this old truck. It's getting there.
Another several hours, it might look like something.
You notice this line's off a little bit? Just a, yeah, that's because the wood's gone.
All right, well, this kind of sucks. It's got a rod knock, so I feel bad for my friends. You know, they're really excited about this thing, and you know, they knew it was a gamble. Like any project car, project truck, it's always a gamble. Thing hadn't run for years. I think, unfortunately, there's probably rust on the bearings. It didn't seemed like they put the motor together and didn't really oil it or do anything like that. So I'm not too surprised. They weren't really too surprised either. It's just disappointing. Video's not over. But by the end of this video, well, they may not own it anymore, and I may end up owning it because that's how disappointed they are. I do have most of the first pass done with the buffing wheel. I still need to do the roof. The back of the cab needs to be done. I haven't done anything inside here yet. This is not a lesson on how to do this. This is, well, this is how I do it. I really should take some classes or something to learn how to do it right. But this kind of works for old trucks and cars like this. The first swipe on the tailgate is done. Rotten bug-infested wood dust was quite nasty. I probably should have been wearing a mask. That's enough out of there. We can take a look. Fortunately, it's not so bad. I was concerned the frame was going to look a lot like the wood, and it doesn't at all. There's no rust through anywhere. It's kind of heavily pitted there, but I don't see any rust through on the frame. Well, looks like we might be doing a tubular trailing arm upgrade on this. Looks like it's got a fairly new carrier bearing. The exhaust actually looks really good. Well, ended up being a kind of a crazy 2 weeks with the 66 Chevy C-10 here. I thought my friends were just going to drop it off. I was going to clean it up, help him get it running, and then it would be out the door. But no, I own it now. There will be future videos on this truck, including pulling the engine, taking it apart, determining whether or not I'm going to fix the engine that's in here or put another small block in it. I have another small block that's actually ready to go. Depending on the internals on this engine, we'll see. Look for that in a future video. Also, definitely look for a video on dealing with this. I will put some sort of wood bed back in here. And additionally, I will probably relocate the fuel tank to probably underneath that new bed. Additionally, I might do some sort of disc brake upgrade for this truck. At any rate, life throws surprises at you sometimes. So like, subscribe, comment. Who knows what'll happen next week. See y'all down the road.